Welcome back to Family OS. Today we are going to be talking about family council. We are going to be using this sheet right here. This is kind of the agenda outline, everything about family council. This is an exciting point because if you're to this point, that means that you've already done all the groundwork to be really successful at running family council. But there are a few rules. So I want to talk to you about these rules. And I know that kind of sounds funny, but if you follow these rules, I know that you're going to be very successful. So, number one rule, you have to start at a designated time and day. This has to be something that becomes a habit. It has to be something that is consistent, that the kids are like, oh, time for family council. Nope, I can't do that. I got family council. What are we doing tonight? Family council. And everybody knows what day and time it is. When I was running a business, it was Thursdays at 10 a.m. And every Thursday at 10 a.m., everybody knew what was going to be happening because we were doing our big weekly meeting, our big counseling session, our big planning session. And so people would plan their appointments around it because they knew that they needed to be there to be successful in their jobs. This is so important that everybody needs to be there, and it needs to be at a designated day and time for that to be successful. So that's number one rule. The number two rule is everybody has to be there. If somebody can't be there, then you have to reschedule it, right? Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes things go crazy. Sometimes somebody breaks their leg. Sometimes somebody has a meeting that they can't absolutely cannot get out of, or something crazy happens. You can reschedule it as long as the precedent of a certain day and time has been set in advance. Okay, the next thing is that each member gets to take turns leading the meeting. This is not a mom or dad leads it all the time and mom and dad are in charge and mom and dad are the final say. That's not what this is about. This is about teaching your children to lead meetings, teaching your children to be able to have the confidence in their ability to converse about holding people accountable, about setting goals, about staying on track with an agenda. You might think your kids can't do this, but guess what? They can. They absolutely can. You show them how to do it, you get good at doing it, and you let them try, give them some feedback at the end with all the love in your heart, and they will always rise to the occasion. I guarantee it. I love to watch my kids hold family council meetings because they are like the boss and they rock. They do so well. But it's only because we've done it for a year and a half now, every single week, right? They know how to do it and they feel confident. The next thing is everybody has to be honest and has to participate. Honesty is one of the great pillars of Family OS that Family OS is built on. If you are not honest, this will not work. You have to say, no, I did not do that goal, or no, I failed to complete this to-do, or wow, our family scorecard looked really bad this week. What are we going to do different? And you have to own that. Be honest with yourself and be honest with others. Teach your kids how to be honest and how to own their mistakes. Show them what it looks like. If they have a model of what that looks like and what words they should say to own that, they're going to be so much more successful in doing it. The last rule is that you have to follow the outline precisely. The reason is because every one of these things in family council is very, very important and you don't want to skip anything. So follow it exactly. It also gives you and your kids more confidence in being able to run the meeting if they know what's going to come next, if they know what's expected, if they know how it feels to run these meetings because they've done it the same every single week. It also helps your mind get focused on what it is you're trying to accomplish and less with all the noise of everything else that's going on as far as all the busyness. It helps you stay focused on your task at hand. So family councils are amazing. They are so great. They are a place of intense learning and learning to be humble. Humble yourself and you will have an amazing, amazing family council. So that is the outline. We'll still need to go through the worksheet before you start and your scorecard. So I'll see you next time.